Joining us on Houston Sports Talk is 17-year veteran Marcus Camby. Played a little briefly with the Rockets earlier this year. We're out in Pearland, and you have a new barbershop, a sports-themed barbershop. Tell us a little bit about what you have out here. What's going on?
Well, today is the grand opening of the MC23, barbershop and salon. We had a soft opening about a month ago, but today is the grand opening, and just another business venture I have going around the city that, hopefully, a lot of people can come visit and, get quality hair done and quality haircuts. So definitely looking forward to this being a very, very good business.
You got signed at the beginning of the year with the Rockets. Was there any consideration as the year went on that they might bring you back?
Well, I had surgery, so I was pretty much out the whole year in my surgery, so it was pretty much tough for me to rehab and get back in time for the season. But, I'm feeling great right now. Each week I'm increasing my workouts and anticipating, for a training camp somewhere next season.
So you're going to try to play. You keep going?
Till the wheels fall off.
What did you think of the Rockets and being around Kevin McHale and some of those guys? How do you feel about them going forward?
I really like that team. I think their road coach with Coach Mack, he's a great coach, and it's always great to have coaches that played in the league because they know what NBA players go through on a night in and night out basis. And I think they're surrounded by talent, and they have a great GM in Daryl Morey who's always able to pull off, great trades or get his team under the salary cap. So, with Dwight and James and that crew, and especially with the money they're freeing up this summer, hopefully they can land another free agent or two. That's going to put Houston over the top and hopefully a run for the championship, which I know the city wants. You
played with Carmelo Anthony, one of the guys that they're looking at right now. You played with Carmelo for several years in Denver. Tell me a little bit about, do you feel like he's a guy that's in the mix for the Rockets, and what do you think he's kind of looking for in his situation?
Any team would love to have a guy like Carmelo Anthony on their team, and he's a guy he's an all-star. He's one of the quote-unquote superstars that we have in this league, and I think any team that he goes to, that team is automatically a contender. So, with Melo, I don't really know what he's thinking right now. I know he's a guy who like the big markets, New York. He's born in New York, and I played with him in New York the year before last, and I know that they don't want him to leave. So, but he has to do what's best for him and his family. A lot of people say he should stay in New York because they can give him more money, but he's making so much money off the court with endorsements deals, with the Jordan deal and the Melo deals and stuff like that. So I don't think that's going to be a factor in it per se, but he definitely has to pick the choice that's best for him.
You think with the talent in Chicago and Houston, are those, being that those might be the two closest to, have a championship potential, is that going to play a big part for him?
I really don't know what he's thinking. I know he wants to win. I played with him for 6 years in Denver, and throughout his whole career, he's always knocked about not getting out of the first round. So I know he's focused, and he's ready to have a strong, impactful season next year. And Houston and Chicago are good teams. They have good players in Chicago. You have D. Rose coming back off injury, as well as Defensive Player of the Year, Noah. He's great. And down here in Houston, he has a big guy in the middle, and he has a all-first-team NBA two-guard in James Harden. So it's almost like flip a coin for me. Each team would be a great fit for him.
And what about LeBron? I guess everybody's wondering if there's any chance that he might leave Miami. Do you think there's a little bit of a chance that he goes somewhere, or do you think he wants to stay with those guys?
It's hard to say. I always thought with him coming into the league, him being home in Cleveland, he would never leave there, but he fooled us all and went to Miami. So it's very unpredictable. I don't know what's going to happen with those guys, but my gut feeling to tell me that all those guys will be back in Miami.
You've decided to make your home in the Houston area and in Pearland. What do you love so much about living down here and kind of making this your home?
What is it? No state tax, income tax? That's a plus. And plus, when I moved down here in 2005, I would say about 25% of the NBA live down here. We have great workouts here down in the summer. Coach Lucas is the best workouts out there. He's a guy who's friendly and cool with everybody. He's a guy who you can go to and talk to him about anything, especially pertaining to life. And great weather. You can't beat that. So I really love it down here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with your new venture here in Pearland. Tell us again what the name of it so everybody knows where to come.
MC23 Hair Salon and Barbershop, right here in Pearland, Texas.